Disclaimer: the insights and opinions shared on this show are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before making any financial decisions, we recommend consulting with a qualified professional to better understand your unique financial situation. Welcome to the Investors Playbook Show, where our mission is clear: empowerment through financial education. We firmly believe that financial freedom isn't a privilege, it's a right that's available to everybody. Each week, we dive deep into the world of finances, breaking down complex topics and making them accessible and actionable for everyone. As we grow this community, we invite you to join us on this journey. Why tune in? Because together, we're not just learning about wealth, we're building a movement, reshaping futures, and proving that with the right knowledge, financial success is within everyone's reach. It's time to get off the sidelines. Let's go. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Investors Playbook. As always, you have your hosts, Deshaun and Cornell. And today we are going to have to talk about this crazy market downturn, market crash, all this stuff that people are kind of panicking about. Yeah, man, we just gonna have to dig into that. But before we get there, Cornell, you got some announcements for us?
Yeah, so of course, as always, you all join the Facebook, man. There's so much going on right now, and with all this downturn, as Deshaun was speaking of, there's a lot of opportunity. So of course, you want to be amongst other people, other like-minded individuals that are thinking about these opportunities, so they don't miss you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely join the Facebook. Collaborate with people and InvestFest. Again, InvestFest is coming up. InvestFest is coming up at the end of August. We are in August, and it's at the end. I think it's about 2 weeks, right?
Basically, yeah. About 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, man. We up in there.
For sure. And one more big announcement. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. The big 33, man. You getting
Thank you,
old.
man. For me, nah, appreciate that, bro.
Man.
It feels good to be 33. You know what I mean? Like,
It,
and a lot happened this year. Buying a house, proposing. Well, last year, but you get it. A lot of big changes. So with that,
that was
this
this year, right? You did it for New Year's, didn't you?
well, yeah, it was December 31st, but technically it
Oh,
was
you didn't wait for the
no, man.
drop?
That's cliche, bro. I did it New Year's Eve. We got
So
married.
you
I proposed to her in 2023, officially.
okay? You ended it with a bang. That's real.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I didn't wait till the first. I did it on the 31st. I mean, technically, it was the first in Eastern time, but where we were, but no, it was still 2023. Um, but yes, again, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Um, yeah, so, bro, let's dive into it, man.
Let's
We
get it.
talked about it like on the last episode. Specifically, we were talking a lot about, well, actually, no, last episode we were talking about Delta. But on a previous episode, we talked about how the tech stocks were taking a huge hit. Now it's all stocks. Like
It's everything and
the
crypto.
Dow Jones is down, the S&P 500 is down, um, and a lot of it happened. Like we saw a lot of the downturn happening last week, but Monday during like the Asian market and the London market, while everyone here was sleeping, it was so much sellers panic, right? They have these things built into the stock market called circuit breakers. They're put in place to prevent people from panic selling, and they only put those in place once, like you're just seeing a tremendous amount of selling happening all at once. So it has a lot to do with how many shares of a stock are sold within a certain amount of time. And there were multiple circuit breakers that went off during like the Asian opening. Well, not the opening, but while Asian market was open. So when it came to the US, I mean, we're seeing it and the panic continued. A lot of selling happened. But the specifics, like the numbers, I know you got those pulled up, right, Cornell?
Yes.
Yeah.
So QQQ, of course, is the top 100 stocks of the Nasdaq, down 6% in the past 5 days, which is insane. 6% is a
Mhm.
lot, right? Especially for a week.
Mm.
And then also we got the SPY, which is the S&P 500. This is the top 500 stocks in the stock market. It is down 5% in the past 5 days.
Man, it's a lot of it. And I know like there's the concerns when we first started talking about like the tech stocks and them having their downfall. It was because of like administrative type issues, right? We were seeing in the headlines that they were saying there might be some tension when it comes to like the trading, especially like with semiconductor companies that are not here or not based in the U.S. A lot of pressure there. But this is an election year, so of course that's another piece that goes into it. And now people are throwing around that big R word and saying that, is this where we're heading? Um,
But the funny thing is, people were
hmm
doing this a while ago, right?
yeah,
They were doing this a while ago. I remember when we first had those two consecutive negative GDP
right.
quarters, right?
And they said,
They were
nah,
saying we're in a recession, but we're like, nah, this isn't a recession. A
yeah,
recession is if it was this and this. So it's just like I kind of feel like at this point the word is imaginary. It is. It's like
no, I feel you on that. It's like, what exactly does it even mean? Or sure, it has a stamp and it says, oh, this is what it means to be in a recession. But it's like, if they can just quickly switch and say, well, no, we defined it as this, but what we really meant was, like you said, this plus this. You didn't read the fine print down here for what the word
yeah.
recession meant. We're not actually in a recession, even though we experienced that two negative quarters, negative GDP quarters. I think it was like 2022 somewhere. I think
I
it was
want to
20.
say. I want to say it
Um,
was.
Now, of course, we haven't experienced those two consecutive quarters, two negative consecutive quarters yet, but people are fearing that that might be the case.
We
It's a
haven't experienced it this year,
this year, right,
right?
right. My bad. This year we have not experienced it this year, um, but with the combination of it being a election year, so that's going to create a lot of changes, like a lot of policy changes. Then you have the tension with trading, um, like goods with other countries, and then I feel like there's also the talk of interest rate cuts. Like, remember at the beginning of this year or
Yes.
last year, they were boasting about how much they're going to cut interest rates by this, by this, but and like I don't think that they just keep stalling. They're like,
Yes.
we'll do it next month. We'll do it next month. Next time we meet, we'll do it. So I feel like their idea of kind of giving people that safety net, saying that, all right, inflation is here, we're going to start cutting interest rates. Um, People are starting to not believe that too, right? They just kind of keep pushing it. They keep kicking it down the road. So yeah, maybe
I
people are losing. Go ahead.
I agree because it's like you keep telling somebody the same thing and it doesn't happen.
Right.
Only a crazy person would continue to believe it. So at this point, I'm not even looking forward to interest rates being cut because uncertainty leads to a downtrend in the market. Okay, so
Yeah.
people like to be confident. They like to feel a sense of safety when it comes to the economy, when it comes to the stock market. So yeah, I can definitely see. Really, I'm surprised that the stock market has done so well in the past 2 years with
Mm-hmm.
everything that's been going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what drove that either. It's just it was a lot of confidence in the stock market, and it could have been like the normal flow of the market because in 2022 it took a big hit. So after its downturn of its after its not recession in 2022, it hit its, I think they call it like the trough or like the pretty much the bottom of where it's currently at. It was just nothing but up. And after 2 years of just green, and I'm thinking like strong green. It wasn't just like a little slope. It was like the market has been moving. It's been stomping forward, like railroading forward for the last 2 years.
Mm.
So, like, you're not looking at the SPY and seeing the normal 8 to 10% year over year. You're seeing like 17% gains. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
even after this downturn in the past year, the SPY is still up 15%. That's
right.
crushing the 7 to 11% that people are expecting yearly. So
Yes.
yeah, we had a huge hit. Is it detrimental? I don't feel like it. I can see if you just started investing like 2 weeks ago, then yeah, you took a really big hit. But
Yes.
if you've been holding for 5 to 10 years, like we recommend, like long term investing, you're
Hmm.
good right now. You're sitting good, especially if you were in 5 years, because over the past 5 years, the SPY is up 80%. So
Yeah.
if you put in $10,000, you'd be up $8,000. You put in
Hmm.
$100,000, you'd be up $80,000. So yeah, it looks bad when you have a day where it just wipes out 6% of your portfolio. But if you've been staying consistent and sticking to your goals, sticking to your plan, and investing, then you're good.
Yeah.
you're sitting good right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most important perspective to put into the whole pot right now.
Definitely. All right. I got a, a question for you in regards to what you just said. What if you didn't just start investing 2 weeks ago? What if you haven't invested at all? Do you still think now is a good time for you? If you've never put any money in the market, would you wait to see how low it goes, or would you start putting money in the market right now?
I start loading up right now, bro. Like
Yeah.
this right here is crazy. Like when I start to see like a 20% drop in reputable companies like Microsoft, Nvidia,
Yeah.
AMD's down like 40%.
Yeah.
When I start seeing stuff like that, I'm attacking. Like, yeah, it may go
Mhm.
lower, but I'm not going to sit here and try and catch the very bottom. What I'm
Right.
going to do is I'm going to see the opportunity that I have now, because what do they say? They say uh, one bird in hand is
Worth
better
more than
than
two in the bush.
worth more than two in the bush, right? So
There
I'm
you
not
go.
going to drop what I already have. It's like, okay, I see this great price on these very reputable businesses right now. I'm not going
Mhm.
to drop this opportunity so that I can wait for those two birds in the bush that I may never be able to get.
Right. They might fly away, bro. It might be over with. Then you stuck with no birds. You know what I mean? You ain't got no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you. I think now is a great time to start investing if you haven't started. If you haven't started putting money into a retirement account, or IRA, now is a great time to open one up and just start again investing in these reputable companies. And if you do feel like weary, you can always go with the SPY, the QQQ, the basically the index ETFs. That is a very well, it's a safer way than trying to invest in a single company. Um, but the potential for single companies are going to be higher, right? The potential for gains and losses in both directions are going to be higher. Um, but yeah, I would agree with you, bro. I think that now it's just like you. I don't know if you ever heard of like Black Monday or you remember when that happened, like in history when the stock market like took it like the stock market almost got wiped out, bro. People were panicking. They didn't know what to do. And I just thought about it. I'm like, I wonder if that's where they got Black Friday from, like a sale on
Mm-mm.
stocks. But that was just a theory. Anyways, I feel like now, yes, is a good time to invest in the stock market. If you have some money that you haven't, that you don't know what to do with, I mean, we always preach that, bro. Go ahead.
No, you can finish your thought, bro. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. Yeah, no, that was it. That was it. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on someone who is a new investor, someone who has not touched the market yet. What you would
And,
recommend?
and see, that's the whole thing. See, when people see people losing money, they're like, "Oh man, I'm not gonna touch the market and stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
But when the market is going crazy, that's when everybody's jumping in. You know, like the whole Dogecoin, the
Yeah.
AMC, the Bed Bath and Beyond. That's when everybody's jumping in. Y'all wait until the stock market is high.
And that's
So
how
then
people
you
get
put
stuck being bag holders. They just
yeah
waiting. And they'll jump into things that are not reputable. They'll just jump into things that are popular in the moment. Like realistically, no shades of Bed Bath and Beyond, but I mean, would you rather put $1,000 in Bed Bath and Beyond or Microsoft? You know what I'm saying? Like,
when was the last time you stepped in a Bed Bath and Beyond?
bro, there was a Bed Bath and Beyond up the street. It's gone now. Like, yeah, nah. It
Like you're not going to a Bed Bath and Beyond.
No,
Stop
you're
it.
not. You're not. And that's what I try and teach people too. Like when you're trying to decide on what stock you want to invest in, think about the stocks that you actually think about the stocks you actually use. Like what do you normally use on a day-to-day basis? And then I think you said it best, bro. What if there's a company that if it went away, it would change the way we live our lives? Probably a company that would be around for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, and I feel like that's why a lot of these tech companies are going so crazy because we're in the tech era, right? Every technology is just advancing at such a rapid pace. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right. Because it's not just like what's going on now. Because like of course right now it's so intertwined with the way we live. If it goes away, of course we're
yeah.
we're lost. But
Mm-hmm.
as you said, it's advancing, so it's getting even more crazy. Like AI is making our lives easier. It's making our work easier. It's and it's not stopping. It's not stopping. It's going to continue to develop, and as it develops, the it's going to reach new heights even faster.
Yes, definitely, bro. All right. I agree with you, man. So try not to, this is for the people that's watching. Try not to panic. All right. I feel like this has happened before. If you are over, I mean, if you've been around for the past 5 years, you've seen this happen, like this similar downtrend. Um, but the market recovered. And in the past, it has done the same. It's fallen greatly and always recovered. Not that I'm trying to predict the future. I have no crystal ball here. I'm not saying that the market will recover. Who knows? But if history says anything, then it's probably going to recover. So,
History rhymes. That's what they say. They say it
hmm
may not repeat, but it definitely rhymes. So like we keep seeing the same thing.
yeah,
It's time to get off the sidelines
it,
because and continue watching the same thing happen over and over. Because bro, how many times have we seen this? We've been in the stock market probably 10 years now. How many times have we seen this?
it's a lot, man. It's
It's a lot,
happened a
and it did
number
the
of,
same thing
yeah,
every single time.
yep, every single time. So, like my boy Cornell said, get off the sidelines. If you haven't started investing, if you haven't started planning like your financial independence, your financial future, um, if you have no idea where to even start, join us on the Facebook group. We have financial talks, topics on a regular. Um, yeah, man. Just and if you're just looking like for some other people, some other like-minded individuals to talk stocks, to talk investing about, join the Facebook group. We there. So,
Join the Facebook group.
and man, we'll see y'all at Invest Fest. Yeah, I think that's all we got for him today, though. Cornell, what you think?
For sure. Hey, yeah, invest. That's it.
Invest off the sidelines. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, man.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, hey.